I don't know a lot, but I know a little. And a 60 grain bullet is a big bullet, and what's coming out of the box are little bullets. So if you compare what the box says it has in it compared to what's in it, Gunny's is selling some bull crap. Okay, so I'm an idiot and I forgot my actual sandbag, so I'm shooting off of a wool blanket off the tripod. I'm just shooting Federal bulk real quick out of your SIG rifle. The setup works great, by the way. These little clamps. This is an 89-cent 1x2 cut in half. That's 89 cents worth of wood. Beautiful contraption you have, brother. Anyway, so I don't have a good rest, and without magnification, I'm shooting a little bit right at 25 yards through your SIG, but you know, everybody shoots different. So anyway, that's a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That's an 11 round group. Just kind of banging away off a wool blanket. If I was more careful off of a sandbag, it'd probably be tighter, but you know, it's still very acceptable with a red dot at 25. It's actually about 30 yards. Alright, so been here a few minutes. First thing I did was put 50 rounds through the SIG, polished the feed ramp, did a little bit of work on the spring and the guide rod, and polished that little piece back there. I don't know if it's in focus. That little shiny part you see there is where it interfaces with the hammer. So that was shined up. So what I did was I put 50 rounds through it. Just going to see. Here's 10 more rounds. Oh, and of course it jams right when I try to demonstrate. I've been dumping mags all morning. Well, let's see if it goes now. There's one mag. So we've had some pretty good, it's been running pretty good. 50 rounds, I had probably 3 jams in 50 rounds, and I think that's better than most. You just saw almost 2 mags dumped. The prior 3 mags I just dumped without incident, so I think we're getting closer. Let's try again. There's 10. There's 10 more. That's 2 rounds dumped without blinking. Okay, by the way, the ammo we've been shooting is the Federal bulk. This is just my ammo. You get this ammo $18 a box. You're familiar? So we're gonna try and run 2 more mags. The only thing that's happening in between these videos is I'm just reloading magazines. So here's 2 more mags with Federal bulk. There's 10. The second mag, by the way, I'm loading with my pocket. I'm sticking the magazine in with the slide closed. Ooh, we got a light strike the first one, but then the gun ran. So light strike, gun runs. Alright, so I think you've seen 40 rounds, and in 40 rounds there's been 1 light strike and 1 proper jam. So I got 2 more mags loaded up, Federal bulk. I'm going to do CCI mini mags next, but here's 2 more mags of Federal bulk. Let's see how she runs. There's 10. Now remember, you're supposed to load it with the slide already open. The first mag was. Here's 10 more. Okay, we've had 1 jam. So I don't know how many rounds that is. We've put like 60 rounds of the Federal bulk. Now we're going to put some Stinger through it. I've got 2 mags of Stinger loaded up, and I'm going to run 2 mags of Stinger. See how she goes. First mag. We got a light strike, so we'll try that one again. That one went. That mag ran. Let's run another mag. Second mag is Stinger. Ran just fine.
That sounded pretty good.
Okay, we're still on Stinger. 2 more mags. So far with Stinger, all we've seen is a light strike, and that's a primary issue, but it runs like a champ. Mag 3. Ran like a champ again. I think I like Stinger so far. Here is the second mag of Stinger. If you will note, I'm loading it with an open slide per the instructions. 10 more rounds of Stinger, we're good. I'm going to shoot the last 10 with the next mag. Here we go, last 10 rounds of Stinger. I want to point out, at no point have I cleaned this gun. It's filthy at this point. I'm not cleaning it, I'm not oiling it, I'm just running it. So Stinger, 5th magazine. We have experienced so far one malfunction, and that was a light strike. We can't call that a jam. Here we go, last mag. It's 10 rounds continuous, no issues. I think this gun likes Stinger. Okay, now we're moving on to velocitors. I kind of mangled the label, but velocitors are my favorite 22 round of the CCI lineup. We're going to hit 2 mags of velocitor. Okay, we had 8, 9, 10. Okay, so we had a light strike on the 8th round, but when I struck it again, it went. So far, the only issue I'm consistently seeing is the issue of a light strike. Second magazine, rather, of velocitor. Okay, again, light strikes on the 10th round. I struck it repeatedly, like this, and it went on the second strike. So, velocitors run well, except for light strikes. Velocitors, second 2 mags. Okay, we do actually have a jam. First jam on velocitors, the last round coming off the magazine, first mag. So, velocitors have experienced 2 light strikes, 1 jam. Okay, what I've done is I've cycled that slightly bent round into battery and reinserted the second mag. This is technically the 4th mag of velocitor. First round is a bent round, came off the last round of the first mag. Alright, velocitors run. We've had 2 light strikes, 1 jam, but that's not bad from what I've seen. Okay, she's good and dirty. She's filthy. We've done velocitors. We've done, what else have we done? We did the velocitor and the Stinger. So velocitors and Stingers. Now we are on to the mini mags. These are what are recommended. First magazine of mini mags. We are going to spend some time. We're going to do 6 mags of mini mag just so we can see how she runs. First round was a light strike. Went off on the second, and we are still in battery. So I would say mini mags run. That's the first mag of mini mags. I'm going to lock back the slide. Second magazine of mini mags. Mini mags run so far. We'll see what 4 more mag says. Okay, for this next test, I'm going to shoot 2 more magazines of mini mag. However, I'm going to do it whether or not grip plays any kind of role. I don't know if you can see me, but I'm going to give this a shot. 2 mags of mini mag, 2-handed grip. Mag 1. Mag 2. Mini mags are rocking and rolling so far. Okay, we are now ready for magazine 5 and 6 of the mini mag test. The mini mags are being fired to the gun at its single filthiest point. So magazine 5 and 6 mini mag test. First round was a light strike. It went off on the second strike. Magazine 1, locking back the slide. First round again was a light strike. Oh, actually the first round was a light strike. I struck it the second time and it did jam. So, this is the 6th magazine. Mini mag jam. And we're clean. So we had a light strike followed by a jam on between the transition of magazine 5 and magazine 6 of mini mags. Okay, here's magazine 7. That was only 8 because that's all I loaded into it. And the last magazine of mini mags I'm going to stuff in with a closed slide, rack it into battery, and let her go. I think mini mags run good. So far, I am very satisfied with the apparent improvement in how the gun runs. Again, we polished the feed ramp, and we polished the back end, which interfaces with the hammer, and I lightly sanded the spring rod, and I ground down the sharp points on the spring front and rear, which caused it to slide much more smoothly along the rod. So I don't know what difference a steel rod will make, but I can only anticipate, based on the improvement we've seen so far, that the steel guide rod is going to make a big difference. Almost every round fired through the 22 today was filmed, so we can go back through it later and count what we've done. I did not shoot any of the Aguilas, as what's in the box is not reflected, is not the same as what's reflected by the packaging, so I think that someone went wrong in the factory. So we don't know how Aguilas run in the rifle, but we can test that out next time. So there you go, brother. I don't know what your standards are, but that's a 6-shot group at 35 yards, and I'm just going to call that good for a red dot on my AR. I would expect more from a magnified optic, but at 35 yards with a red dot, I'm satisfied.